Come manifest your best life with 190 Vision.
Over the years that we have been facilitating help through 190 Vision, my husband and I have made some interesting observations, and we're going to share some of those with you. Hey, hun?
Hey, beautiful, sexy, intelligent woman. The most beautiful woman in the entire universe and galaxy.
Yes, sir. Well, will you please share with us some of your interesting observations that we're going to be talking about here?
Are you ignoring my comment?
I'm not ignoring it. I thought that was
You
an
just
introduction.
you didn't even acknowledge it. You just skipped right over it.
Okay, well, thank God you see me that way.
Any female watching this, they're probably going like, "What are you talking about?" I'm the most beautiful one too. Okay, that's the point. Okay, you're all very beautiful, every one of you. But because I happen to be looking at the person that I was married to and blessed with, currently, at the time of this recording, she's the most beautiful in the entire universe. When you watch the video, then you become the most beautiful when you're watching her. Okay, that's my logic.
Okay, then.
Anyway, so I'll do a rundown of the observations that we see more often or more frequently, right? In no specific order. We've had individuals that come to us and they request help with something, whatever the thing is, but they want it done their way. They'll tell us, well, I have this pain in my knee, so I want you to do work on my knee. And it's the back of the knee, so just focus on that. And you know that's not the way we work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another one would be where they come, and I find this one very interesting. They'll say, well, I feel that there's some type of entity in my house, or they're affecting me. They're probably possessing me because I can feel them moving inside my body. So I want you to first, before you move anything, I want you to find out what these entities are. Tell me how they're affecting me. Like, as in, give me as much details as you can. Pretty much is what they're asking.
Mm-hmm.
And once you send me the list with all the details, then I'll let you know which ones you should remove. So we have that happen quite often. Another one is where when someone fills out the consent form, they receive a message making them aware that within 72 hours they'll hear from us. Right? And of course, we have many individuals that we're dealing with. So we have 72 hours. And we've had individuals contact us and say, why haven't you contacted me yet? Or why haven't you done something? And how much time would have passed when that normally happens? And
sometimes it's the same day they've submitted the consent form,
right?
Or a day later.
Okay. So we have that one. We have the one where someone, you send them a message, the update about, clearing work was done or something was done. Please give us an update. And they send the update. I don't feel anything. I don't notice any difference. So then another treatment is done. You send them a message. They send a message back. I don't feel any difference. Just stop doing anything with me because it's not working. This doesn't work. We have that.
Mm-hmm.
We have individuals that come to us for guidance. And when they come, they're saying, could you let me know about this situation? I'm thinking about doing this. Could you let me know? And so we give them the guidance on it. They disagree with the guidance, so they don't follow it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they send us another situation for guidance. We send them a level of benefit for that one. They disagree with that. They don't follow it. And then we get another request. and then the question becomes, why do they keep sending us guidance requests when they don't even try to follow any of it? Like, and some people will tell us, well, it's my free will, so I do what I want. Yes, it's your free will. You should do what you want, including you shouldn't be contacting us anymore for guidance because you're not following it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's my personal opinion there, by the way. Yeah. So we have that as well. So those are the main ones. Do you think I missed any from what you can recall?
No.
Okay. So I'd say those are the main ones. Now, if you were to, let's go into details on any of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to give details on any one, which one would you start with? And why?
I'll start with the guidance. And that is because that's something that is very common, that individuals request guidance or help with guidance to get answers to a situation.
Okay, now, before I continue, would you please explain a little bit about guidance? Because someone might be watching this video and they're not familiar with what that is.
Okay.
Just a quick rundown.
Let's say, for example, someone is wanting to change jobs. So the first question that is usually asked is, what is the level of benefit for them to change jobs at this time? And if it's 100%, great, we go to the next step. What is the level of benefit for them to work with? And then we go through the names of the companies that they have sent that they're interested in applying for jobs to, and a level of benefit, a percentage of 0 to 100, either positive or negative, comes up for each one of those jobs. And we give the list to the individual, and then they decide what they will do from there.
Okay, but now you just said level of benefit.
Mm-hmm.
But what if someone contacts us and they're asking, well, could you tell me if I should apply for this job, or if I'll get this job if I apply for it? Because that's a guidance question, right? Is it?
It's a question that they're seeking guidance for, but it's not really if they're seeking guidance if it's something they should do. They're asking, am I going to get this job if I apply for it? Well,
right. So do we
don't
do that?
comment. We don't do that. We don't comment on that because we're dealing with human nature and free will, and we're not going to try to read into the future as to what would happen because there are too many factors and possibilities.
Well, I wouldn't say that because we don't try to read into anything. Our team does that. But we've had situations where I'm told this person will get this job or they should apply for this one because they'll get it. We've even had situations where individuals are told specifically what job they should apply for, like what company, because they're going to get the job. So that does happen. But is that guidance?
No, that's not really guidance. That's
exactly
just affirming.
Right? That's not guidance. Guidance is where, and we don't go, it's not like I go and I ask, well, will this person get this job? I don't do that. What I do is, or what we do is we ask for the level of benefit. And maybe while I'm asking for the level of benefit, then I'm told by their guide, for whatever reason, right? Maybe they needed it. They need to hear that. I would never know unless I'm told. But then they'll tell me, okay, have them apply for this job because they'll get that job. And then I'll let them know, well, here's the job that you'll get, so apply for it. It's like when Jackie was applying for college, right, years ago. I was told specifically what college she should apply for because that's where she was going to go. It doesn't happen that way for everybody. So we want to make that clear. So normally guidance has to do with the level of benefit only, correct?
Correct.
And we might get additional information when we go to check that, and then we pass that on. But we don't normally go and ask, well, will this person get this job? Or will this person have a child? That's not what we do. But if we do get that information, we pass it on. So it's not that it doesn't happen, it does happen. But we don't go intentionally asking those type of questions.
Right. That's outside of what we consider guidance because that comes in addition to you doing the facilitation to find out the level of benefit of the situation.
Right. Okay, I just wanted to clarify that part.
Okay.
So now they get the level of benefit. What do we suggest? What level do we suggest is a decent one for them to go with based on the result that they get?
About 70-75% or higher.
Okay. So that's guidance, right? So now people come to us for guidance. Now that you've clarified what guidance is, and then what happens? So you were talking about that one.
Well, I don't remember what my thoughts were that I was going to share, but when it comes to guidance, we deliver the information to the individual about the level of benefit for whatever they were asking about, and they decide, well, I don't agree with that, and then they don't follow it, and then they come back and ask, well, why didn't this work out the way I wanted it to when I did this? And we go back and say, well, the level of benefit for you to do this other path was this amount, and you didn't follow that, so that might be why it didn't work out?
But we don't know. We can only go by the level of benefit that we got, right?
Exactly.
So now they did what they wanted to. They used their free will, and they did what they wanted to. The result they got was not what they expected. I know what normally happens. We're talking about interesting observations. Yes.
Well, we've had individuals who say, well, I'm not going to deal with you anymore, and then they walk away. That's fine. But then we have other individuals who come and if they don't agree with the guidance, they might try to give more questions, just worded a little bit differently for the same thing, thinking that the guidance will change. Or they might try to give us more details, thinking that the more details they give us, the guidance will change. And that doesn't happen because our teams see everything where we don't. So as we've stated in a guidance video that we send out, this is the guidance. It won't change. So you need to decide what you're going to do. And then even so, they don't follow the guidance, and then they come back and they're like, well, I want to know what I should do about this, and they want more guidance. So they just keep coming back over and over wanting the guidance, but then when they don't agree with it, they use their free will, they do what they're going to do, things don't work out the way they expected it to or wanted it to, and then they come back again saying, well, now I want guidance on this.
To hear the rest of this story, go to 190 Vision TV on Roku TV or Amazon Fire.